Saving America one entrepreneur at a time, it's the Biz Wrap Podcast with your host, Michael Manahan.
Corners of the world, dumbing down his IQ so you can understand him. It's Kerry Goff.
All right, it's Control Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. Here in studio, Mike Manahan, Biz Wrap Radio, returning to KCAA next Thursday at 1 p.m.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that. I'm really, really happy to be on the air. Do we have time to talk a little bit about Biz Wrap?
Yeah, well, let me
do. Or?
Relax, Mike. Jesus. I mean, we just started the first 5 minutes of the show. I mean, Christ almighty. Hey, Jigga, you there?
Yeah, man.
All right, we got Guru of the Ghetto, Jigga Jones is on the air right now with us too. So Mike wants to talk about Biz Wrap Radio. So let's give him his plug here. Go ahead. What is Mike? Mr. Manahan, what is Biz Wrap Radio?
Well, let me tell you.
Please do.
Biz Wrap Radio, it's the show all about small business and entrepreneurs. You know, small business people in this country are being screwed to the wall. You got the governments after the small business people. The big corporations are after the small business people. Wall Street's after the small business people. We have a recession. How many small business people got bailed out? No, the government is spending billions of dollars bailing out the fat cats on Wall Street and the big poorly run corporations, while the small businesses are going bankrupt left, right, and center. But who creates all of the jobs in this country? Well, as we came out of the recession, the majority of all new jobs were created by small business. So we at BizWrap Radio are the champions of small business. You can go to our website, bizwrap.org. That's bizrap.org. We've got not only all of our shows that we taped previously, but we have information for small businesses. We talk about our consulting services, our advisory services. And one of the kind of new thrusts of BizWrap Radio is a focus on capital creation. Because, you know, one of the things that's been a big problem in this country for the last 25, 30 years is the government has done everything it can to restrict the flow of capital to small businesses. So, they're starting to change that, and one of the focuses on Biz Wrap Radio is going to be featured guests who are not only sources of capital, but also small businesses that are looking for capital. And if you're a listener, this could be your opportunity to find out about a company that, who knows, could be the next Microsoft.
That'd be cool.
And you could get in on the ground floor.
What do you think of this Brexit?
Company.
What do you think of this Brexit thing over in Europe? Is that going to affect us at all? Hey, Jigga. Is Brexit affecting you at all?
No, man, it ain't going to affect people. If somebody says they want to be free, that's good, you know. But, of course, they want to do another vote because they're like, no, you don't want to be free. You want to stay with the oppression of these people in Brussels that don't care about you and don't have to answer to you. So, I mean, it's for somebody to be surprised that people voted for their freedom, that's ridiculous.
What do you think about Brexit, Mike? Is it going to affect any small businesses or anything business wise here in America?
It will affect small businesses here in America, and as well as small businesses in the United Kingdom and in Europe. I mean, it's become increasingly easy for small businesses to be local, but act globally. 50 years ago, you couldn't have a small business in Los Angeles and have trading partners in Japan or China or Europe. But today you can. You can be a one-man show, small business operator, and you can be doing business around the world. Every time, and one thing the EU did is it made it easier to deal in Europe because you had a constant set of rules for the 28 member countries.
Right.
Once you break that up, you go back to the thing where every country has its own rules and regulations, and they're all different, which means you have to comply with all of the paperwork to operate in those countries. So for small business people, it'll make it more challenging. But as Jigga says, freedom rules. If people want to be free, you got the yoke of government off of you, that centralized European government. That's what Hitler tried to create, many, many years ago. And
Hitler?
Hitler.
You're not equating Hitler to this, please. I mean,
that is what it is. That's what the EU is.
I wouldn't be here if Hitler had made it. I'd still be here if Brexit goes through, baby. But if Hitler came through, this have to be gone, baby. What are you talking about? Anyways, hey, we haven't talked to you about the election. First of all, Mike, let's get your opinion. For small businesses, who's better for small businesses, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, or neither?
I have to say Donald Trump is. It's really simple. And I'm not just saying Hillary. I'm saying the entrenched people in Washington.
Okay. Well, they're a bunch of idiots. You heard a couple of weeks ago they stayed up all night for that gun thing, and guess what happened? Nothing. The Republicans won't do a damn thing about it. The Democrats are trying. What do you mean good? Are we going to get into this gun thing with you and I again? Let's not.
What is there to get into?
What? First of all, and I'll say it again, the Founding Fathers, this 4th of July is coming around the corner, okay? In a few days. Was it like 5 days away? Let's see. Today's anyways, who cares?
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It's this Monday. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I'm Monday. A little brain dead. I smoked a little weed this morning, and we'll get into that too. All right. So listen, the Founding Fathers, Jigga Jones, Guru of the Ghetto, if they would have known about assault weapons and how they're causing havoc in our world today. I don't know if you watch the show Turn on AMC. It's all about the Revolutionary War. If you see these jamokes fighting, they're heroes, some of them, but some of them are jamokes too. All right, which I don't know what the hell that means either. All right, they have to load the weapon, the gunpowder with the ball, the whole thing. It takes them 30 seconds to a minute to take one shot. Okay, assault weapons. How many shots can you get off in 30 seconds to a minute? 50 to 100. Do you think the forefathers would have been for that? Yes or no?
Yeah, because they had cannons, man. The forefathers were allowed to have cannons in their house. So anything less than the cannon, they would be cool with.
Oh, man, you just won't answer the question.
I think the forefathers...
I did answer the question.
Yeah, the forefathers would have been in favor.
If you have a cannon in your house, you can't have one now.
Do you think the forefathers... Hold on. Mike, you think the forefathers would have been in favor of assault weapons?
Absolutely. And
no way.
Here's
no way.
Here's the reason why. The whole Second Amendment, the whole right to bear arms is to protect ourselves, not from the gang members, not from the robbers. It's from tyranny from the government. And curiously enough, and this is what always kills me about Hollywood, you watch Hollywood and you see these like Avatar. It's some big corporation that's got an army. The big corporations don't have armies. Governments have armies. Tyranny always comes from government, and that is what we need to protect ourselves from. And even today in the world, look around the world. Where is there tyranny? It's not coming from some corporations. It's not.
Look at
coming
Venezuela.
From
governments. They took their guns away from it. Now look at them.
Yeah, Venezuela, a disaster.
The hottest chicks are in Caracas, Venezuela.
Wow.
I mean, I went there. I actually went on a cruise many, many years ago with my dad, God rest his soul, and we stopped in Caracas, Venezuela. The smokingest, hottest chicks are in Venezuela, Mike Manahan and Jigga Jones. I just want to say that.
We better go down there, do some business.
I'm sure they have good tea to drink over there, too, but I'm sure nobody cares about that.
Is there any way for me to get online and hook up with some hot I mean, if they're broke, you're saying they're broke and they can't eat or something like that. I heard they're starving to death. Any hot Venezuelan chick starving, email me, Gary@GaryGarver.com. I'll help you out.
Imagine what you can get for $20 down there right now.
Wow. Believe me, we did it 25 years ago, man. It's probably the same price. But anyways, I got to differ with you and Mike Manahan, Jigga. I don't believe the Founding Fathers.
So let me ask you, Gary, do you think that when everybody unarms himself, that this government will stop seizing more and more power every year as they've done?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with guns or anything like that. I think it has the people. Look what happened with Bernie Sanders, that movement. Look what's happening with Donald Trump, that movement. I think the people are speaking, and that's how you get things done. Watch these politicians drop.
And what happened to Bernie Sanders? All the people that showed up, the corruption of your girl Hillary Clinton was able to steamroll over and through him.
I don't like it. By the way, don't refer to Hillary Clinton as my girl, because first of all, I don't even know she's a woman. And B, I'm not for I'm not for either one of these guys. The Mexican judge Just that was the end of it for me. I mean, when he said
yeah, but the guy was part of La Raza.
Dude, he fought the cartels. He had any man who has a hit. First of all, hold on.
If you're part of the KKK, you're a racist by default. If you're part of La Raza, you're a racist by default.
Wake up, white people. But besides, listen, Jigga, the bottom line is this, okay?
Hold on.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is a Republican, governor of California, appointed this judge, this Mexican judge, to be a judge, okay?
And?
Okay, to the appellate courts here in the state of California.
But he was a member of 2 La Raza groups, Gary. You can't brush over that.
But
2 La Raza groups.
So what,
man? That's racist as hell.
So hold on. If I'm for the B'nai B'rith or some BS like that, does that mean that I'm a biased towards Jews? I mean, give me a break.
Actually, let's just take it to the Supreme Court. Right now in the Supreme Court, we have people on the right and people on the left. And why? Because culturally, those people have left and right leanings. To say that, okay, on the Supreme Court, we can accept the fact that people have left and right leanings that's influenced by their culture, but this judge, his culture will not influence his decisions? That's inconsistent.
No, a judge, listen, the bottom line is it's a completely different thing on the Supreme Court.
It's not.
It is. I mean, it's just, yes, it is. It is.
Judges
are people, man.
Judges are influenced by their cultural
a judge takes listen.
A judge takes for a second.
Oath to stay neutral.
If there was a white judge and he was part of the KKK, you don't think that the KKK would have some influence in his swingings as a judge?
Oh, I'd be dead meat. You're right. I'd be dead meat. You're right, Jig. I'm wrong. I'd be dead meat.
La Raza is the same kind of group for Hispanics.
No,
go on their website and see what it is. Just like your boy Robert Jones.
The guy went after the cartel.
KKK.
Any guy who has the Mexican cartel have a hit out for him, okay? Is all right by me. Yes, it does. It does.
The Mexican cartels have a hit on about 90% of the population of Mexico.
All right. Well,
I don't know if that's a badge of honor.
You're talking about crime and punishment versus somebody being racist.
We got to take a break. I mean,
Jigga, you won the argument.
You did not win the argument. It's BS. All right. Control chaos.
We totally won the argument.
Shut up. All right. We'll be back.
You got a caucus
I'm turning him off. I can do that now. It is Controlled Chaos, KCAA, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM in the Inland Empire. Gary Garver here with Mike Manahan. His show Biz Rap Radio returns to KCAA a week from today at 1 p.m.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Going to be a lot of fun back on the air.
That's great. Look forward to having the show on the air and hearing all about small businesses and things like that. We also have the guru, Jigga. Are you still there?
Yeah, man.
All right, have you calmed down a little bit? You okay?
I'm always calm, man. I just believe in justice.
Justice. All right. Well, let's let we both we have different views on the gun laws and things like that. I'm not saying not to bear arms, and I think the Second Amendment is fine. I'm just saying I don't see the need to go out and have semi-automatic weapons in the hands of people that don't know how to use them, or people who are mentally disturbed, or people who have an axe to grind against somebody, or a certain race or religion or whatever it is. And that's the only thing I'm saying. So everybody's got their own opinion, though. There you go. So
what you're saying is we should not put killing machines in the hands of people who are not capable of using them.
Yeah, I think it should be in the hands of professionals only. I mean, seriously. I mean, they were built, and even the guy who built this, and I read about this last week on the show. The guy who built these semi-automatic weapons, who created them, basically said he didn't want them used for civilians; that he just wanted used for the army, and sort of this whole thing with the civilians having them. Yeah, I'm a little worried when 4th of July is around the corner and ISIS is breathing down our necks, and they're saying that ISIS attack. The CIA director John Brennan just came out and said that don't be surprised if an attack like in Istanbul will happen here.
Okay, so more people in the United States are killed by vehicles than are killed by guns. So should we?
I know.
I don't want to hear no logic, man. Don't get on with his logic.
Hey, listen. If you want to use it,
it's quite all right to have 3 million illegal immigrants driving without driver's licenses.
I'm not saying anything about it
with these machines that kill people.
Listen, it
seems inconsistent.
Well, you know what? Like I said, everybody can make their own twists and turns, just like the KKK makes their twists and turns on the Bible.
Should it be tougher on vehicles?
And ISIS makes their twists and turns on the Quran and all this. So everybody can twist and turn anything. All I'm saying, bottom line is, I just don't like to see automatic weapons or semi-automatic weapons in the hands of people that have hatred in their hearts. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. Nothing more. Hey, listen, let's get into something better. I want to talk about weed. Let me ask you something, Mike. I'm gonna call in. Let's say I'm a caller into your show.
Sure.
Okay, so it's Mike Mann. Hey, Mike, I love your show, by the way.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, Jigga, and I love your show too, Jigga. Where is it at? Oh, it's here.
You're listening to it.
Oh, that's right.
You're on it. We own it.
We own it. Okay, cool. All right, so I call into Mike's show and I go, Mike, you know what? I'm a big advocate of legalization of marijuana. I want to start a dispensary. I want to maybe open up a bar one day. My dream is to open up a sports bar to, basically have the legalization. Once the marijuana gets legal here in November, which I believe it will happen, I want to open up a dispensary or a bar. How do I go about doing that, Mike? How would I go about doing something like that? Well,
that's a very good question. I'm not sure that what the rules and regulations are about. You want to open a marijuana bar, right?
Yeah, I want to open up. Well, yeah. First of all, I'd like to open a marijuana bar. Well, it has to be legal. I know that.
Yeah,
first.
It would have to be legal first. But opening any business is really all about right now.
All right. How about a dispensary? How if I want to open up a marijuana dispensary?
Regardless of the business, it's all about complying with a plethora of rules and regulations established by the city government, the county government, the state government, and the federal government. The minute you decide to open a business, even as a small entrepreneur, just as an example, you could be subject to any one of 100 different labor laws that if you contravene as a small business person could get you fined and some cases even thrown in jail. And that's just labor laws. So the most conscious thing you have to be aware of if you're going into business is you've got to comply with all of the rules. Now, do I agree with all of those rules? Absolutely not. It's ridiculous what we have to go to. I heard that there was somebody tried to open up a yogurt shop, frozen yogurt stuff in downtown Los Angeles. Took 2 years to get a yogurt shop opened.
I mean, why? I mean,
It's called hoops. It's called bureaucrats who justify their jobs by making it difficult for you to do what you want to do, which is open a business and make money so you can take care of your family and yourself and your friends. And that's one of the reasons why we have so many people on government sustenance. They say, why open a business? The government will give me the money for free. If I try and open a business and make my own money, the government's going to make it tough for me and I might go bankrupt.
That doesn't make any sense, does it, Jigga? I mean, why?
That's what they do, though.
Well, I know it's crazy because the bottom line, aren't we trying to pump money into the economy and have small businesses be open and get people jobs?
Gary, there's certain politicians that believe the poorer you keep the people, the better they are to control. And unfortunately, them people has got a lot of power. And then there's lazy people in the world that say, oh, I'm getting free money because I'm living down here with black folks. There's free money. Look at the people. Everybody want a free check down here, but don't realize what the cost of it is.
How much is the cost of a free check down in Watts?
Well, the deal is this: somebody gives you a free check, and then the next thing you know, you're dependent on that money. So when they want you to vote for some kind of tyranny or some kind of extra laws in order to get some more money, they're going to vote for it. And it's basically having a subjected race to people. You don't want to have that. You want people to be in control and have their own money, make free decisions.
Well, it's interesting.
But you don't get that when you get a enslavement of people hooked up on a government check.
Yeah, and it's interesting. If you do the analogy, we would not want to give people drugs to get them hooked on drugs because then they become dependent on it, right? That's what the big argument about why drugs should be illegal. It's because you don't want people to be dependent on it. Yet they have proven that dependency on money is stronger than dependency on drugs. You can get more easily hooked on a paycheck than you can on heroin.
Well, that's, of course. I mean, that's money. I mean, that's survival where, I don't know, the pharma thing with the pills, man. I just don't understand how much they're making billions of dollars on them. They're hooking people up on that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a strange situation, to say the least. All right. Jigga, do you plan on opening up a small business out in Vegas?
Hell no.
Why?
Because it costs too much money.
Thank you very much. I knew that was coming. All right. Well, I mean, I would like to open up a marijuana bar. I mean, that's my dream. Is I really hope the legalization of marijuana passes in November. I've signed up for it. Would you vote for that, Mike?
Oh, absolutely.
Right, you would.
Yeah.
Right?
It's all about personal freedom. I mean, I'm conservative from a financial point of view, but socially. The government's got to stop controlling us. I mean, they want to control every last thing that we put in our bodies. Now there's a tax on sugary drinks. I don't think you should drink Coca-Cola like crazy. But if you do, I think it's your right to do so.
I agree. They just want to make money on everything, like cigarette. Look at the cigarette taxes are out through the roof, and a gasoline tax that we pay here in the state of California is crazy.
Taxes.
I mean, thousands of dollars that's costing.
The bottom line that people have to ask themselves when all these new laws and new taxes come in, you have to ask yourself, are we willing to kill people over this? And the reason why I say that is because, the seatbelt law, people say, oh, that's a good idea, great idea. But you have to ask, are you willing for somebody to get shot over a seatbelt law? Now, see, people don't think that far ahead. They go, oh, seatbelt law is good to save lives. Well, think about that dude that got beat up and pulled out of his car because he was wearing a seatbelt.
What are you talking about?
You got to realize
you talking about the Rodney King thing?
They come at gunpoint.
What guy got pulled out? You talking about Reginald Denny?
No, man.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about. What the hell are you talking about?
Anyway, what I'm saying is that all these laws, they come at the gunpoint. I'll send you the video, man. It's all over the internet.
All right.
You sound ignorant. You don't know what I'm talking about.
You know what? Don't call me ignorant, man. You don't be calling me ignorant.
You don't know what I'm talking about. That means you don't know.
How am I going to know when you say some guy pulled out of the seatbelt, dude? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Man.
No, if you said there's a video that's going viral of some guy getting pulled out of the seatbelt. Okay, well, if you said something like that instead of saying, hey, some guy got pulled out of the seatbelt.
It all happened because of a seatbelt. So I'm just saying.
So you're against seatbelt laws. You're against the seatbelt laws now.
I'm against the tyranny that comes with it. If you want to fly through the window in an accident, that's on you.
Oh, come on.
I agree
I wear a seatbelt. I'm not a fool.
Yeah, and
I've been in enough car crashes to know better. But if you're stupid enough to ride around without a seatbelt on, that's your right.
And don't forget, a lot of these rules and regulations, they talk about it, it's for your own good or your own safety, but it's really about getting revenue for the government. Because now, if you have a seatbelt law, guess what we can do? We can give you tickets if you don't wear your seatbelt.
Well, I got a ticket the other day where I guess my brake lights were out, and back in the day, all you did was fix it, and they, they wrote it off.
Now they charge you money.
Yeah, now they're charging me $25 for it, and I have to go down to court for it, So I dig that.
What harm did you cause to anybody by having that seatbelt? Nothing. Nobody was hurt by that tail light being out.
No, I know. It's just some cop trying to get me for a DUI.
But you know what happened? The cop gets up in the morning and his boss says, "Gee," says, "we need a raise around here, so we need to generate more revenue. Go out there. Everyone of you's got to do 35 tickets today."
I agree with that. All right, it is going to see. I agree with a couple things you guys say. Not much though. All right, Control Chaos, KCA 1050 AM 106.5 FM. An angry Jigga Jones. Mike Manahan and Gary Garver back after this. All right, yeah. Gio Tarzana. Half Gio Tarzana. I got to go to a bar mitzvah this weekend. Oh, my God.
Wow, cool.
Oh, yeah, how cool is that? All right, I don't have to go. I'm going to go. It's a friend of mine. Anyways, Control Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM 106.5 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver here with Mike Manahan. Biz Rap Radio returns to the KCAA airwaves a week from today at 1 p.m. And we have the guru of the ghetto, Jigga Jones, here right now. Jigga, have you ever been to a bar mitzvah, Jigga?
Yeah.
You have? Did you wear a yarmulke?
They gave me one of them things you put on for like you're a guest.
That's a yarmulke, like a hat, right? A little like saucer hat, right?
You look like a Catholic priest when you put one on.
Exactly.
You start having an affinity for little boys.
Oh, dude, stop. Stop. That is terrible to say. That is god-awful to say. Hey, listen, Jacob, what are you doing? What's going on? If anybody wants to get a hold of you, are you still around? Are you still able to get Facebooks and things like that?
they doing some revamping on my website, you know, to get me modern and stuff. But I will be celebrating the 4th with a 5th and, you know, doing that kind of thing on the 4th.
4th with a 5th, yeah. All right, cool.
You might be doing a 4th with an 8th and a 5th.
Exactly. You got that right. And Mike, what are you doing for 4th? Anything? You got anything going on for the 4th of July?
I think it's just barbecues, like all weekend long, barbecues and booze.
That's
all weekend
it,
long.
right?
Plus, I'm enjoying my new hot tub. I finally, after many, many years of having actually a piece of concrete laid in the backyard, decided to get the hot tub to go along with the piece of concrete. So I've got the hot tub now,
right.
and I'm looking for barbecue hot tub party.
That's cool, man. Well, listen, let me know what happens.
I got a tip for y'all, too.
Tell us.
For the 4th of July. If you know, there's a lot of people out there said they can't afford the barbecue. You know, go get you a shopping cart and turn it on its side. You know, get you a brick or two from Home Depot. You don't have no excuse not to barbecue. But remember this: plastic carts don't grill. You know what I'm saying? Don't use a plastic shopping cart and think you're gonna be able to cook something on.
So get a metal shopping cart and then flip it on its side, and then get some wood and something like that, and then light it up, and you got a barbecue. Damn, Jigga, the guru of the ghetto comes through again for barbecue. You know what? I wouldn't be shocked if I see somebody doing that, man.
Oh yeah, you can see on my Facebook page. I got pictures of people sending me grills all the time. I had a friend of mine made a grill out of a toilet seat.
I've seen that. Yeah, that works.
Really?
Yeah. And when you flush the toilet, the water comes down, puts out the coal.
Come on now.
Wow, you guys are two great minds thinking alike. I'll tell you today.
Hey, you got to think about it, man. Man was barbecuing when fire was invented, so they didn't have no grills and no propane gas. So you know you got to get medieval if you got to.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'll be barbecuing, doing a little barbecuing too, and hanging out and playing a little golf and having a good celebrating our freedom here. And I think we forget about it a lot of the time, how free we are here in America, and we're able to do whatever we want to do. You know.
Well, remember this: there are 32 countries more freer than us.
Oh, stop! Why do you always have to be such a downer? Why do you always have to bag on America? Yeah, you're bagging on America again.
I'm telling you, but 10 years ago we were top of the list. 10 years ago.
All right, well, you're blessed to be here, man. You should honor that. All right.
We're losing those freedoms.
I will say, fight for your freedom. And remember, what people should do on July 4th is remember the 4th Amendment. You should read it with your kids. They should learn it. They should know it.
The 4th Amendment, you said?
That's right. The right to search and seizure. And once you lose that, you have definitely lost everything. Every kid should know what the 4th Amendment is, at least.
I'm so tired of everybody just ragging on America.
But does that also covers due process, doesn't it? The 4th Amendment.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes, you have to have cause. You know, I mean, you can't just search somebody.
Criminals go free if they know the law. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but you have to have just cause on that. Okay, you can't just go and search and seize somebody. You know what I mean? You can't
That's
just break into
the whole idea of the 4th Amendment, so that they can't just come take your stuff.
All right. Hey,
yeah, but they do. The IRS comes and takes your stuff with absolutely no evidence whatsoever.
All right, guys. All right, listen. Happy birthday, America. These are our freedom fighters here. Okay. Hey, we got to talk a little bit about this Turkey ISIS thing, man. I mean, Turkey is getting hammered by ISIS. This is the 5th bombing attack in Istanbul this year. Finally, I guess Turkey is going to go to war with ISIS. You know, it's about time. This is crazy what's happening with these guys. And don't be shocked. Don't be shocked on 4th of July. I mean, I'm a little weary about going anywhere where there's a lot of people. In fact, I have a park across the street from where I'm at. They'll be shooting fireworks off. There'll be thousands of people there. There were last year. And God knows, I mean, some crazy son of a bitch could go in there and create havoc. It's scary, man. I mean,
you can't change your life based on what crazy people might do. They're going to do it.
And you can definitely lose your life not thinking about it.
Yeah. But you want to pack that semi-automatic with you, because when they start shooting, it'd be good to be able to shoot back.
Oh, there we go.
That's
okay,
right.
Yeah, that's great. No, yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's crazy. I mean, you know, it's about time we do something about ISIS. I mean, you know, where are these people coming from? Why the hatred, man? I mean, they ruin ancient, relics. They treat women like dogs. They recruit young kids, they don't even know what the hell, they barely, out of diapers to bomb themselves. Look at the video of this guy he dropped his gun, right? You see him drop his gun.
Well, he got shot. One security guard shot him.
Oh, is that what happened? He got shot. Okay.
And then you see the security guard goes over and starts approaching him, and then he hightails it out of there like there's no tomorrow. And just as he goes off the screen to the side, boom!
Yeah, the guy blows himself
up into a million pieces.
It's crazy, man. I mean, what kind of thinking, what kind of mindset do you have to do that, to blow yourself up, man?
The problem is, Gary, is we still think we think we're these highly evolved, civilized, intelligent creatures. We are 1 foot out of the friggin' cave, man.
I agree.
1 foot out of the cave.
I'm not even a foot. I'm a toe. But I agree, man. We're animals.
Yeah.
The human race is we are animals. I mean, think about it. We do the same thing as my cat does. We eat, we sleep, we take a dump and blow ourselves. No, well, I'm saying we have a little bit. Yeah, we're more stupid than a cat. I think a cat and a dog are way brighter than a human being, to tell you the truth. I really believe that. You know what I mean? They're not there angry. You don't see like mood swings. And I mean, once in a while, your cat or dog will have a little mood swing because you don't feed them or something, or you don't take them for a walk. But I mean, it's weird that even when I go into markets, or I'll go shopping or do something, people are so friggin' angry. It's just you see the faces on these people and they're pissed. And I'm like, why? How lucky are we to be here on the planet, looking at the beautiful sunsets and green and grass and trees, and we're blessed to have families and things like that. And what the hell's going on here? I don't know.
Well, the problem is you cannot fix it. I mean, you cannot go to those people and say, "Hey, what's wrong with you? We're blessed to be here on the planet." What you have to do is say, "You're a dysfunctional idiot. You want to go around killing people, and we're going to kill you before you get the chance."
Yeah, I don't get it, Jigga.
We need some secret agents to go over there, infiltrate the Middle East, kill all those ISIS people.
I agree 100%. Jigga, how can we solve the ISIS problem? What do we do? Get them drunk? What do we?
Well, I think
send
the
them porn?
first thing is we got to stop arming people who we don't know who the hell they are. This whole ISIS thing started right out of the stuff that happened out of Libya. And when you're ignorant and you be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna give these people guns because the enemy of my enemy is my friend," that's not always true. The enemy of your enemy might be your enemy tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got.
Can we say Baldy the Clown? Okay, listen, we gotta run. We gotta run. Anyways, Jigga, God bless you. Happy 4th of July. Be safe, and call in every now and then. Please, Mike.
All right, cool.
All right, Mike. God bless you, man. Thank you for coming on the show. And your show starts next Thursday, a week from Thursday. Biz Rap Radio, right here at KCA 1 p.m.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to